they're not completely accurate. It's largely quackery.
And there's a whole other angle to this. All these big Defense Department affiliated companies, they're getting these trillions and trillions of contracts over the decades, so they're also profiting from enslaving us. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5-Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Let me tell you a little bit about one of our great sponsors, HomeGain.com. This is the place to get you started buying or selling a home, finding a realtor, and getting any real estate questions answered. Go to HomeGain.com and see what I'm talking about. All you need to do is type in your home address, and you will get an instant free estimate of your home's value online. This is a great way to be able to monitor the value of your home. And again, it's absolutely free. There are tons of tools to help you. For instance, if you want to remodel your home, go to HomeGain.com. Use their Home Sale Maximizer to help you determine which home improvements can most increase your home's value before you put it on the market. For 10 years, these folks have been helping home sellers and buyers. Visit their link at Infowars.com. Look for Max, the orange Home Gain Gorilla, to help you with any real estate needs you might have. You'll love this site. It's HomeGain.com. HomeGain.com. Check them out today. Listen up, friends. This is Alex Jones with key information. The mainstream media is now admitting that we're going into a depression. Don't be dependent on the government for you and your family. You need to get your own supply of high-quality storable foods from eFoodsDirect.com. They're the best company out there, the longest continually operating, with a ton of great food to choose from. It's all fresh, made on a monthly basis, not some old cruddy food they're selling you like some of the other guys. Try their new Evacuation Pack, a 2-week supply of delicious, easy-to-fix food. It comes with all the equipment you need to prepare it. With open talk of a strike on Iran in the next 3 months, the crisis in the Gulf, and possible evacuations, get yourself and your family ready today. The place to go is eFoodsDirect.com. Go to their website online right now, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex, or call 800-409-5633. Again, on the web, eFoodsDirect.com/Alex, or give them a call at 800-409-5633.
We now take you live
To the Central Texas Command Center.
in the heart of the resistance. You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
The attempt to shut down the internet as we know it is now out in the open. Even a French news agency quoting the creator of the internet, and again, it's not Al Gore, saying they are in the process of shutting the web down. The denial is over. That is coming up. I want to get into the economy as well. I've got the new Infowars.com trailer for What in the World Are They Spraying? Chemtrail documentary now on pre-order at Infowars.com, coming out October 22nd. If you want to pre-order it now, that's not far away. Get your orders in because they'll be shipped out in the order they're received. And we've got this other special running, Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement, the seminal film on the eugenics master plan. Almost 3 hours long, very well done. I think this is my most important film. 4 copies, $19.95. Buy one, get 3 free, basically. And your purchase does also support the broadcast. But this film is so important. All my films are so important. They're free on YouTube and Google and other places. They're not anywhere near this quality. But get those links. If you can't afford them, send them out to people. Or even if you buy the DVDs, get the links on YouTube. Just Google Endgame. and send it out to everyone you know. They need to understand what the eugenics and the population reduction and what Bill Gates is talking about when he says, don't give grandma's treatment, let her die. We can hire 10 teachers. Once they collectivize things fully, which they're almost there, then they're going to tell the public, take their money, you get to have it. But really it goes to the bankers. I mean, even if you're immoral and want to rob somebody, are you stupid enough to think you're going to be getting it? In-game Blueprint for Global Enslavement, DVD at the online video bookstore shopping cart, Infowars.com. The special ends next week. Going back to Mark Dice, I was looking at the front page of markdice.com. We'll put it up on screen for PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. You can just search the term monkeys with brain chips, monkeys in medical test. For decades, I mean, I remember 25 years ago seeing Scientific American reporting on remote control cockroaches, which is one little microchip, who I think is even more amazing than Eric Blair, a.k.a. George Orwell, was, of course, Aldous Huxley. He wrote in 1932, Brave New World, and before he died in 1962, he said, this is actually what we're planning. And his brother, of course, ran UNESCO at the UN. At the time, people read that book and they go, this is what's happening now. Well, that's how advanced their technologies are. We'll put that monkey back up on screen for folks. If they're not watching PrisonPlanet.tv, they can go to markdice.com and look at it. But that's basically how the globalists see humans. Finish up your point about narcissism, because people say, well, hey, it is all about me. Yeah, but once everybody is like that, then no one cares about anybody else. And you were talking about all the studies showing people have lost their empathy. Sometimes I'll go review a movie because I've got to go watch it, to review it, that's full of violence and death and kids being killed. And the audience laughs and giggles and enjoys it because they're being desensitized. And the major studies and brain scans show they then can't differentiate real things. People now laugh at car accidents with someone's head cut off. They now see a woman, famous case in Toronto a few years ago, being raped in the main street, beaten with a lead pipe, and for 2+ hours no one helped her. And the boss at one telecommunications company, it was in the news, told his employees, don't call the police. We don't have time to even deal with them. Let her bleed. Everyone giggled and felt official and powerful. And that's what yuppies do. And, you warn them about, hey, these naked body scanners, that they're recording them at Bayesian radiation. And they just go, nah, sure.
Well, it's interesting that Facebook and MySpace, these sites are called social and networking sites, but really they are social isolation sites because they supplement in an artificial way actual friendships and actual relationships. And again, some people attack me even for talking about this, but I take a holistic approach to fighting the New World Order, not just 9/11, the police state, Big Brother. The family relationships, interpersonal relationships have a lot to do with it because that maintains the fabric of society. So we have these Facebook pages of people that feel that they log on every day and they feel that they're so important that they're the star of their own reality show and they need to tell the world about what it is that they're doing or some random witty thought. And the site, I believe, tricks people into feeling that they're actually interacting with their quote-unquote friends. Of course, many of them are not even friends, not even really acquaintances, just random people they've met maybe once that have then cyber-stalked them and sent them a friend request. But it's fascinating to see how if you log on to Facebook every day, as most people do, and your mind is tricked into believing that you have these people in your life. If you can see a status update, a picture, your brain is tricked into thinking that they're actually in your life, but they're not. Go and have dinner, go have Taco Tuesdays, go have some drinks with them, have a barbecue, have some people over, have your real friends over. It's unbelievable how Facebook has taken over, and there's so many other implications to Facebook, Big Brother aspects-wise, selling your photographs. I mean, we wonder how when Elliot Spitzer's hooker, scandal broke, all of a sudden her photo and her family photos were all over the news. How did that happen? Well, because they were on MySpace. And if you read the contract that you enter into, the terms of service on MySpace or Facebook, they own your photos. You are licensing the photos to them. There's also just countless instances of the police posing as beautiful girls and sending college students friend requests on Facebook and then going through their photos and finding pictures of them with alcohol and then arresting them for underage drinking. So go on and love Big Brother. See what it's doing for you.
Well, I tend to agree with you overall, Mark, but it's just like the Matrix. You've got to jack into the Matrix to reach people, but I think we should go on Facebook and MySpace, as I've done, and criticize the system and point out what's happening. I mean, it's like iPhones and cell phones. Since 1996, we knew from the Telecommunications Act that they track you in real time, they listen to you, they dial in. Google has the patents in your home computer 5 years ago. They're watching you at home over the camera, and you tell people this and they just can't believe it because it's so over the top, but it's admitted. And then Google says, well, it's computers that are watching you and listening to you and logging keywords, so it's okay, but that humans at Google have access to that. So
I'm not saying, Facebook is bad, you shouldn't use it, but I use it, and you use it, a lot of people use it to get out information, valuable news information, social criticism, things like that. And it even does have its social functions amongst your friends. Because
yeah, but Mark, let me be clear. I'm not criticizing you saying it's wrong what you're saying. I 110% agree with you. And it's also who runs the platform. We know Facebook's a government front. We know Google is an admitted government front. We know that, they call their people dumb idiots, or they actually use cuss words, who trust them. We know they're doing that. I'm saying something more like Meetup, though, where it is about getting together and then organizing through that medium and then hitting the streets. I think that's the key, is to go on Facebook, MySpace, all these systems, and to use it. That's why coming up October 13th or October 14th, it's done. We're doing it. It's taken a year to do. It's just as good or even better than Facebook. But with our system, you basically don't have to give us anything, to sign up, except for an email address. We can turn it off if they post porn or anything. It's going to be a clean site. Turn off their page. But we're going to have a system to get people together. And I'll tell you why. We had a little cheap program that was easy to use. It got about 27,000 members. It was the InfoWars social network. People ran their own scripts. It crashed. This system we've got is 1,000 times, literally more robust, and won't be having that problem. But so many people said they met their wife or their husband through it. I went to the UFC because I was invited to it, and I went to the UFC in Austin. I had 2 separate couples come up, great-looking couples, who met over the InfoWars social network of only 27,000 people because it didn't work very well. There's going to be videos on this, announcements. I'm going to say, don't just try to get a bunch of friends here. We're going to have areas for folks that are into the Second Amendment, folks that are into land rights, people that are into non-GMO and gardening. We're going to have places, for people to socially get together. We're not going to call it dating, but it's going to be, hey, you want to make a bowling league? You want to, find other patriots? That's why I'm so excited about this. Use their matrix system to reach them. Here's another example, as I was saying earlier. The iPhone, Mark, is a tool of dehumanization and enslavement. It's a computer you take around with you, a whole database of what you've done. People then say, well, why do you have an iPhone app? Because we're going into the matrix with the free iPhone app, that even if you don't have an iPhone, you go get the free app link at Infowars.com. You send it to everyone you know, and now they can just click one little button and hear the show wherever they are and get access to the free podcast and the rest of it. So there's the example of what I'm saying. iPhones are bad. They're designed to control you, designed to surveil you. The government can just flip the camera on in it and watch whatever you're doing and listen to you. They admit it. So
pretty soon that'll probably be considered. You probably won't have any reasonable expectation of privacy. I wouldn't be surprised if they change the laws in the New World Order that says that, well, if you're within talking distance of your cell phone, you don't have a reasonable expectation of privacy. So you'll have data mining systems like Echelon just constantly listening to everyone. It's quite incredible. I agree with you. I use Facebook to get out the word, and occasionally it does even have some good social aspects. If you want to post a thing and say, hey, we're all going to go down to whatever restaurant tonight if you want to come, or it is a way, but it's just gotten kind of taken over, and the narcissistic aspects have just run rampant. And I don't know, many people might not even be aware of some of the other aspects of Facebook, just opening your whole world up to, your audience obviously is, maybe some of the newer audience haven't considered some of these thoughts, but there's a lot of instances of people's homes being burglarized. Because
that's huge. That's why with our Facebook, it's all our articles and stuff we want people to see.
Yeah.
I think that's the main message. Don't put anything on Facebook that you don't want the whole world to see.
Because here's the deal. You know this. Everybody maybe be aware of this. Let me just reinforce this idea. You don't have 500 friends. You don't have 700 friends. These are people that are just maybe acquaintances, people you've met once. I especially feel sorry for